Hi, it's me, come on, and this is my Let's Get Serious video assignment where I'm going to talk about three things that really set me off. Now, like, some of them I'd say they're kind of like foolish, but it's still like personally to me, it really does annoy me. So, the first one, this kind of relates to the one you told us in class. I think it's like nearby or close to it, but it's people who chew with their mouth open. I know it doesn't sound like much right now, but like in general, but it just sets me off completely. Like you'll be sitting down there, and it's not only is it just manners, but it's like kind of like being aware that you're being like annoying to other people. Like if I'm trying to eat something, I'm not trying to hear someone smacking their mouth on something next to me, and it's like especially with gum, people like oh like why? You don't have to like chew with your mouth open. Just chew with your mouth closed. So yeah, that definitely like friggin' puts me that over the edge. Most of the time in public though, like because it's in public, people can do what they want. I won't say anything about it, but if it's like if you're my friend or if you're my family, of course I'm gonna say something because that really does annoy me. Like sometimes I can't even focus. Like if I'm at school and we're working on an assignment, if someone's chewing with their mouth open on like gum or something loudly, I won't be able to freaking focus and do my work. My second thing that really sets me off is when you're in an argument, like let's say me and my friend are getting over an argument, and I know what I'm talking about, and I know that what I'm saying is right, but they absolutely refuse to admit that they're wrong. Like even if you have facts that like will prove that you're right, they will not admit it. They will think they are right 100%, even if what you're saying makes sense and what they're believing in is totally bogus. But that's another thing. It completely drives me insane. Like if I'm having an argument with you and I know that what I'm saying is right and I'm not making this stuff up, then just agree with me. Don't disagree with me just to like start problems. There's no reason. Like especially if it's my friend. Again, if it's my friend, of course I'll say something. I'm like, come on, man. You know that I'm right. You don't have to keep arguing over this. And then finally, the third thing that I think really also sets me off is when you are like out, let's say with family, friends, whatever, it doesn't matter, and there's just people being rude. Like I don't know if this is like how I grew up, because a lot of these things that are kind of annoy me go tie into like manners and etiquette and how that like while you're in public. But when you're out and people are being rude, like for an example, you're at a restaurant eating something and it's fun for the most part, and you're sitting there, and like you just overhear like another tables or customers conversation with their waiter, and they're just being absolute jerks. Like, why is my food this cold, or why is my food this hot? I asked for this, not this. This is why you work here, stuff like that. And then they leave them a bad tip or something like that. Just bad manners in general. Like when you're out, like be aware, like know what you're doing is probably not the best thing to do. You're probably annoying the people around you, and most likely this happens where people like work in a public job, like at Walmart, for example. You're the cashier and someone's acting like a total asshole. But yeah. So even like I won't say it annoys me as much, but if you're a parent and you're letting your kids run around and cause trouble, make messes in like stores and stuff, or out in public in general, like letting them run into streets, stuff like that, even though you don't hear that often, but like simple stuff, like don't like watch your kid if you're out with them. Don't just let them run around causing trouble, because like you don't have to cause that much trouble for other people. But yeah, like in general, a lot of things that annoy me come down, like I said, to etiquette. Like just know what you're doing out in public. Don't chew with your mouth open. That's annoying. It really is. Like you don't need to chew with your mouth open. You can easily chew with your mouth closed and not make that much noise and annoy the people around you. Like, watch your kids. Be aware of what you're doing. Don't annoy other people around you. And like, if I'm in an argument with you and you know that I'm right, you know that what I'm saying is valid, and even if what you think you're saying is valid, please acknowledge that like you understand what I'm trying to say. Because if I know what I'm trying to say and I know I'm right, I'm not gonna listen to you talking over me, saying stuff about like that doesn't even make sense. Like, I know I'm right. There's no reason for you to try and explain that I'm wrong when I 100% know that I'm right. Like, I'm always okay with having a fine discussion over something. But if we're arguing and what you're saying makes no sense, just give up. Like, it's not gonna hurt your pride. I know what you're saying is wrong. If you admit it, you'll seem more like a man, or not. Well, not a man, but more like you're mature than just not letting your pride be hurt over something like bananas are red, not yellow. Like, I know bananas are yellow. This is a very like weird example because it's like an obvious thing, but like stuff like that, like obvious things in general. I know a banana isn't yellow. I know it's not red. You can't tell me that it's not yellow. Stuff like that. So yeah, those are the three things that really set me off. And like I said, again, I'm gonna say this again. It's just manners, stuff like that. Like, it bothers me. But that's it. Thank you.